think we need to start talking about sensitive issues in the real estate space, especially when it comes to acquisition, extension in progress, and so many grapevines and rumors running around. We need to start talking about it because these days, my ears are full. They're highly full with a lot of, a lot of negative news. Now, let me say something. All investment comes with risk, and real estate investment is one of them. Now, what we should be talking about is calculated risk. I come again. All investments comes with their risk. What we are going to be saying and what we are going to be talking about is making calculated risk and not seeing a hole and then you jump at it and saying that you are taking a risk. Calculated risk, checking all your I's that they're dotted and making sure all your T's are crossed. So now let's go to the main topic that I want to talk about. Many investors has come to me that, what do I know, what do I think about extension in progress, what do I think about agric lands, what do I think about forestry, many questions. Now, I like to say this: Lagos State and Ogun State, right? That these are two states that I can categorically tell you that I've worked on lands in the areas. I've worked doing projects and also talking with the officials of these parastatals that are in charge of government lands, free lands and all. Now, let me say that coward dies many times before their death, meaning that fear kills even before death comes. People die as a result of fear, before the death comes. Now, if I want to relate that with real estate investments, you get to just end up your investment journey, right? Even before anything bad happens, may nothing bad happen to us. What am I saying in essence? Do not let fear, right, control you, because as it is, fear itself is even much more risky than the death itself, because at times death might not even come, and then because of the fear, people will have gone. Now, I've learned something in my over 10 years of experience in the real estate space. Let's not go into Land Use Act. That's topic for another day. Now, because one of my videos, I'm going to be dissecting what the Land Use Act says. I'm going to be bringing out the Land Use Act, and we're going to be reading it together, and we're going to be learning on what the Land Use Act says about acquisition, about holding land in trust, and all that. Now, today I want to tell you about my experience in the real estate space for over 10 years. I've just been hearing so many things. I've not seen it in the last 10 years. And I've also took a step further to also ask people who are my senior in the industry, who have spent 20, 30, 40 years, about these fears of people coming to take people's land. People believe that when they buy a land that doesn't have CFO, when government come and take it, they're not going to get compensated, or they should not even buy a land that doesn't have CFO, or even CFO land is the ultimate. Let me put it that way. You don't have any problem when it has CFO. Let me tell you categorically that all lands belong to the government, whether it has CFO, whether it has governor's consent, whatever. As I speak to you, we have projects that have CFO, to the glory of God. We have projects that have approved extension. We have projects that is registered survey. Now, I'm telling you that all of this projects, all of this land belongs to the government. Now, when we say the land belongs to the government, it means that government are the one controlling this land. It means that they are holding this land in trust for the people, according to the Land Use Act. It doesn't mean that, because we say they own it, right, they have all the powers. All the powers is not vested on them. Yes, a good percentage of the powers is vested on the government, yes, as the owner of the lands. But what the law says, what the act says, is that they hold it in trust for the people. And I've not seen where they have come for any land in my 10 years of experience in real estate, practicing in the real estate space. The few ones I've heard, I didn't see that I heard are lands that were committed in the very first place. They were committed. So people who invested in such lands knew that they were committed. Some didn't know, which are the people that we're very sorry for. But some people knew that they were committed. They felt that there's something they could do to it. That's why government came for that. And it is 0.000 percentage that I've seen. And even from research, it is not always like, okay, you buy a land that doesn't have CFO, or the one that has CFO, and something just come up, government come for your land. No, even in Lagos, I like to tell you that the government came into the land scene to save people from harassment of Omonile, from selling same portion of land for 20, even 50 people. That is why government, that's why the Obasanjo regime of 1978 came into a force. Yes, that, and with the promulgation of the Land Use Act, that it is now belonging to the government. It was enacted to save the populace from the evil acts of the landowners, the traditional owners. So my answer to that question is this: if you are buying a land, right, and it's free from government acquisition, you are good to go. You can buy 1, 2, 3 acres, and then you can decide to go and get your CFO. If it is free, it's very easy to get your CFO. You just need to, do your PR, and then do your registered survey, present it for CFO. We are going to be given. Yeah, in Ogun State, there was a time that the governor introduced Omuna Charter, and with about 100 something thousand, you were going to get CFO for your land. Yes, I saw that one with my 2 eyes. Yes, yeah. Now, you can also buy the one that have CFO or a governor's consent. Yes, there's rest of mind on that, because when anything happens to it, let's say government come to use it, which is not always the case, except it's passing where the Fort Mainland Bridge is going to be passing, or it is on a major road and the road is getting there, and you have taken enough setback, because that's the mistake people make. If you go and build on the road and it starts a CFO, government will not pay. Yes, but if you give enough setback, and maybe as a result of changing policy or anything, the road needs to be expanded and it's going to affect your house, then you are going to get compensation. We live in a country that even if it doesn't have a title, you could be lucky, you can be compensated by the government. So what are we saying? All of these lands are okay. I'm a real estate practitioner, right? And before I can tell you that some of these developers do their due diligence, we do our own due diligence. I'm not saying everybody. That's why I use this word some. So make sure you're dealing with a reputable company who knows what they are doing, right? It's not just knowing, again, who is also acting it, right? Who is implementing what they know, and then you'll be good to go. So don't let fear lead you into go sell a land that is okay because it doesn't have title, or you want to, you're not stopping your purchase, you're not buying again. Don't let it happen to you, and then you sit back later in future and you're seeing the same location and you are pained. Now I want to conclude this video with this: many of the lands you see on major expressway, on prominent locations, very, very good locations, up to today they don't have any title. The owners, they've used it, they've enjoyed it, and they have passed it on to their children. Yes, you can go and make your research. I know what I'm saying. And if it has a title now, maybe just now, a good percentage of those buildings does not have title. I'm not encouraging you to go and buy lands with that title, but if you see a land that is very okay and you run your search and doesn't fall within a government committed area, you're good to go. Get it and put it your title. Get it and use it. Yes, and you can get your title later. I hope I've been able to educate someone out there that both the land that doesn't have a CFO and the one that has a CFO or a governor's consent are good. The most important thing is make sure that you follow the rules and regulations when it comes to building. Yeah, and also make sure that you're dealing with a good developer who will not sell a land that is committed to you. Yeah, make sure you follow the right path when investing in real estate. Thank you and have a great day. My name is Abiodun Abdul once again, and I'm the Managing Director of Kesha Properties and Investment Limited. We are the developer of Key Haven Estate, Key Fort, Keyville, and Maven. Thank you. Bye-bye.